Let's move from KwaZulu-Natal to Volksrust in Mpumalanga now. Some supermarkets running out of stocks because there was looting in Newcastle. That led to people from the KwaZulu-Natal side of the border coming into towns in Mpumalanga just looking for basic necessities. And Mweli Masalela, our reporter there for us now tonight. And Mweli, good evening to you. What's happened there today?
Good evening, Stephen. As we have heard from the Minister in the Presidency, Kumbuzo Chaveni, talking about the issue of panic buying now because of the challenges that people are having as a result of what has happened in KwaZulu-Natal, especially in Durban. We understand that now currently here, where we are here in Volksrust, it's just a town which is about 60 km away from Newcastle, which is on the KwaZulu-Natal side, and where we are now is on the Mpumalanga side. So what we understand from the community members, there's now an influx of people who are coming from Newcastle and other towns in KwaZulu-Natal trying to get some basic necessities here. We were told by some of the community members that in Newcastle there was some looting that happened, so most of the shops are closed there and some of the supermarkets there are short of supply. So that is why people are starting to come here. Even the many vehicles that you are seeing here, Stephen, you look at the registration plates, they show clearly that those cars are from Newcastle, most of them in KwaZulu-Natal. So, but now for more on this, Stephen, let me speak to one of the community members here, Ayub, who knows as to what is happening currently. When we spoke earlier, you told me that, well, it's not a crisis as yet, but we understand that here in Volksrust already there are some supermarkets that are short of basic necessities such as food.
Yes, good evening and welcome for having me on Newsroom Africa. Yes, there is a bit of a shortage. We had yesterday a shortage of milk and bread, and we're getting people from Newcastle that are coming and getting bread and milk and basic essentials from Volksrust. And yesterday and on Monday night we had people that were coming and filling petrol and diesel in our town because of the shortage in Newcastle. Apparently in Newcastle the town was okay, but there was a bit of looting that took place in Matadeni and Osizweni, and but I think now the situation is under control. But there are few supermarkets that are running low here on basic food like milk and bread and the basic essentials. And from the way things are going on in town, looks like some of the filling stations are going to be running dry on fuel. So that is the situation that we're facing at the moment. But as far as safety and security is concerned, we're glad that our town is still okay. There are people walking around. We don't have any problems as such with looting and any public violence.
Do you perhaps foresee a serious challenge looking into the fact that I'm told that I can see this other supermarket here? I'm told now it's the only one that is now servicing the people here, and to concern that maybe in the next few coming days you might be in a situation whereby there's nothing at all in the supermarkets.
Look, I spoke to the manager of ShopRite, Mr. Vusi Vundla, and he told me that for now they are okay with food for the next 2 weeks, but with the influx of people that are coming in from Newcastle, it seems like people are coming with trolley loads of buying in big lots of food and trolley loads, and they're taking to Newcastle, which we don't blame them. We can't stop them because it's basic essentials like food, milk and bread. But there is another supermarket in town, the Spar, and I don't know how his stock levels like, but for now I think we're still okay for food, because there are other supermarkets in town, smaller supermarkets, but the two main supermarkets are the Spar and the ShopRite.
All right, you are talking about security. Are there any specific arrangements as a community in terms of organizing yourselves? Because you know that some communities across the country, especially in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, have stood up to say that they want to protect property. Is there an arrangement in this particular place?
Okay, yes, we do have something like that in our town. From 8 o'clock at night till around 4 or 5 o'clock, we do like a community patrol just to check that everything is okay. Our businesses are fine, our shops are and businesses are taken care of. But for now, we don't foresee any problems. We're just doing it as a community service to the people of Volksrust. We got people from all different racial groups that are assisting us. And what we do is we just monitor and patrol in town to see that everything is okay. But for now, Volksrust is a peaceful place. The people are good, and we don't foresee any problems.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. Stephen, that is one of the community members here bringing us into speed about the situation here. Well, the biggest concern is that now people from KwaZulu-Natal are now starting to flock into some of the towns here on the Mpumalanga side, which is a situation they think that it might cause some challenges in the next coming days. But for now, as we have heard, he's saying that maybe for the next 2 weeks, in terms of food, there will still be okay here. We don't know if the unrest goes on as to what is going to happen next. Stephen.
Mweli Masilela, for your reporting tonight in Volksrust and Mpumalanga, thank you very much indeed. Just